Hey everyone, I wanted to record another video. In my last video, I talked about the basics in harmonic scans and pitchforks, and in that video, I mentioned putting 2% risk in a 10 pip stop loss and why that's so. And I said that that's so amazing, but I didn't really explain why that is amazing. And I wanted to explain that in this video. So I'm not going to be talking about analysis or charting a lot in this video. I'm just going to show you guys why it's so effective to be able to use a 10 pip stop loss instead of, for example, a 50 pip stop loss. So let me make my face small again a little bit. So for example, I showed you this pair last time. Here we have the harmonic scan that I copied from the IML harmonic scanner. Then I put a pitchfork on it. If you guys haven't seen that video and you want to learn how to use the harmonic scanner with pitchforks, definitely watch that last video I made, basics in harmonic scans and pitchforks. Okay, here we are with the pitchfork. You see it. I'm on a 15-minute time frame right now. So say you see price moving to the upper parallel of this pitchfork, and you see it bouncing off there and bouncing off again, and it sticks around there for a bit. And then you see this red candle over here. Let me make that a little bigger. I have some other confirmation tools that I use, but this could be a confirmation if you pay attention to price action. This red candle is an engulfing candlestick on this green candle on the 15-minute. So let's say you get in here. This is your entry. And then let's have to use the right one. Because this is a short, this is a sell, so I have to use this one. Okay, so let's say this is where you get in. Now, a lot of people that I know trade with big stop losses, and at first that makes sense because you want to give the trade space to move, and you don't want to get taken out, faked out by the market. And sometimes that happens, like it goes against you for a bit, and then it still goes to your take profit, which is one of the most annoying things there is, right? But with this trading strategy, you don't really have that problem because pitchforks are so accurate, especially on harmonic scans. So you see how in this case, you could have done with a 10 pip stop loss. I'm going to explain in a bit why that is so amazing. So you see here how, say you got in here, it goes down for a bit, it goes up again, you're in drawdown here for a little bit, but only like 1 pip or so, 2 pips. You're in drawdown for a little bit, and then it goes down and down and down. And let's say you hold it till all the way to here. So you get about 30 pips here. With a 10 pip stop loss, 30 pips, that's an amazing trade, because I'm going to explain why. When you put, I'm going to show you. Show you guys just in the position size calculator from my FX book. If you guys want to know, this is the position size calculator I use to manage my risk. Say I have $1,000. I have 2%. This is how I always calculate my risk. So let's say I use a 50% loss. That means $1,000. I can only use 0.05 lots if you round it off, and it's a little more than 2%. So let's say 0.04 lots. So that's what a 50 pip stop is. So let's say if, like in that trade I was just showing you, a 10 pip stop loss would have been more than enough. So let's calculate that. Say I put 2% of my $1,000 in a 10 pip stop loss. Calculate. I could use a lot size of 0.22. So you see how with a 10 pip stop loss, you can make a lot more money in a shorter time. Because with a 50 pip stop loss, you put 2% in a 50 pip stop loss, that means you have to win 50 pips to make 2% on your account. And with a 10 pip stop loss, you put 2% in that, you only have to win 10 pips to make 2%. Does that make sense? It's like you need a way smaller, shorter trade to make the same amount of money. So that's why this type of trading is so powerful, in my opinion. Like, let's see how much time it took here. Say we got in over there, and say we're only going for the 10 pips. Here. Okay, let's say here we would have made 10 pips. Move this one back. So this took you less than 2 hours to make these 10 pips on EURUSD, and this is a pretty slow moving pair. Probably on GU you would have made it in half an hour, or GJ if you want to trade that. So you can make 2% on your account with this trade within 2 hours, and it means you're done trading for the day. Like, you don't have to keep trading. And why are you done after 2%? Some people might think like, oh, why wouldn't I want to make 10%? If you want to do that, you can. I wouldn't recommend it, because what usually happens is you get euphoric, and there's a whole psychology behind it, where your amygdala gets flooded. Why? And that's why you get emotional, you get euphoric, and you can't think clearly. So that's why a lot of people, they trade, they make a lot of money, and then they give it all back to the markets. So that's psychology. I might do a video about that sometime too. So why is a 2% so great? Let me refresh this. So let's say you have $1,000. Like earlier, you have $1,000. This website is called compoundbilly.com. Oh yeah, let me read this quote. It's a great quote. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. I think most people know about the compound effect, but I think they do not fully usually understand how amazing it is, and how effective, how big it can be for Forex too. So let's say you have $1,000, you invest that in Forex, and you become a good trader, and you make 2%. You manage to make 2% a day. Like, it doesn't matter if it's with 50 pips or 10 pips, but with 10 pips it's way easier. So let's say you make 2% in the 10 pips stop loss. You make 2%, and you do this 350 days in a row. You never take money out of your account. You keep going with it. You keep reinvesting the full rate, and you don't trade on weekends, because the Forex markets are closed on weekends. You can trade crypto during the weekends, but let's say we're just trading Forex. Let's calculate that. Let's see what happens. So every day you make 2% on 2% on 2% on 2%. So you start with $1,000 today on May 16th. And next year, September 17th, you'll have $1,023,000. More than that. See, this is why the compound effect is amazing, and this is why 2% is actually great, especially when you work full time. You don't have time to look at the charts all day, so you want to have a way where you can simply get your trade, get your 10 pips, make your 2%, and be done for the day. You know, like most people have a family, they have a job, you can look at the charts all day. And this is why you want to learn to trade this way. Why I think this is the best way there is. So, yeah, start with $1,000, 2% every day, 350 days in a row, you make 2% every day, and you can be a millionaire. I know it sounds crazy turning $1,000 into $1 million, but it's possible. Like, I know so many traders who did it. Like, I'm a part of iMarkets Live. That's where I use the harmonic scanner from, and I know so many people who did it this way. And yeah, I think this is such a great way to trade, and I think this is the most efficient and effective way that is also easy for anyone to put into their life to make time for it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this, how your stop loss can be also your profit regulator. I think it's very important to know that the smaller your stop loss can be, the more the easier you can make the money you want to make for that day. Like, you can also say you want to risk 3% in a 10 pip stop loss. That's also possible, you know. Like, everyone has to decide how much they want to risk for themselves. But I think when you can have precise entries like that, like how I just showed you on that pitchfork, and in that other video too, you saw how precise those entries are, then you see how powerful it is to be able to have precise entries, because yeah, you only have to catch 10 pips instead of 40 or 50 or 100. Some people act like you have to be on the charts all day, and the engulfing daily candle and engulfing 4-hour candle or whatever, you know. But that means you got to be in a trade all day, and say you go for 40 pips and it turns against you after 30 pips, then what? Then you're gonna get out at break even, maybe, or you even lose if you don't edit your stop loss. So yeah, I think this is one of the best ways to trade, and I just want to share that with you guys. I've learned this through educators in iMarkets Live, and it's been helping me so much. It's changed my whole trading style, and it's slowly changing my life too. So it's really awesome, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about this, you can contact me through YouTube or on Facebook too, whatever you want. If you have any questions, just let me know, and hope to see you guys next time. Thanks.